I'm on the wrong side. There we go.
You're good now. Hi, everyone.
So Perish can't get his crap to work again. By the way, welcome to
No.
WrestleDraft. Oh, I got that intro perfect last night, and then today, I just couldn't care less. Alright, so Ed's gonna have to play both sides.
Well, every invitation I have is expired. That's the issue.
Well,
Every time you send me one.
It would help if I hadn't had to send you invitations for the last 30 fucking minutes.
Well, no, every time you give me one, I click it. It gives me a
Right.
thing that says it's
We
expired.
do one
so
last
very
invitation, Perish. There. One last invitation.
Watch, this is the one that works.
Oh god, if it works, I quit. I legitimately quit.
But, yeah, anyway. So let's explain to everybody what's going on. Shall we?
So we are at week 17 of 25 of season 1 of WrestleDraft. We are approaching the Hell in the Cell, not the Royal Rumble pay-per-view as Perish guaranteed me it was last night when I told them I didn't think it was Royal Rumble. Alright, have you been able to get in, Perish?
Nope, it goes right back to
Alright.
that controller thing and won't even remotely accept mine.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head Ed book. So I have apparently promised Xia Li 2 weeks of rest, which is unfortunate. But alright, let's make it work. So, obviously we're going to have her opponent calling her out, because that's what you do when you need to build a rivalry with only one person. Yeah, let's have a submission match. Is Kofi Kingston back yet? No, Kofi Kingston's still out one more week. No submission match. We can do that tag team match again.
So how's everybody in the chat doing? What are you up to? We see Mark Talks Wrestling in the chat. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mark. Mark was on Taking Over last night, and we had an absolute ball. Talking all things NXT.
Definitely a good episode of NXT last night, I must say.
Yeah, next week seems to be even better. They just seem to keep pushing further and further up that mountaintop to better and better matches as we have Seth freaking Rollins coming home to NXT to take on Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Something I really didn't think they were going to do.
Now, do you think having this as a title match is going to help the perception of the World Heavyweight Championship of being that fighting championship?
No. Not even a little bit.
Well, that was just quickly shut down.
Yeah.
We got Lauren Goodman dropping in to say hi and remind you that Jay White loves you. That's just very nice. Thank you, Jay White.
You know what? We're going to add another person to that list, and it's Jungle Boy. You get Sonata for an open challenge, and the best you can offer, one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers currently going, is Jungle Boy? Give me a break. You have 3 world-class dream matches on this show, and then you give me Jungle Boy and Sonata. No. No. Do better, AEW. Do better. Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Do we got any free agents I can sign? Braun Strowman, Zoe Stark. We will have new free agents come next week in the game. Not next week as in next week on the show, but next week is in on show number 17 of 18. Because DLC released again today, the Race to NXT pack has released, which included Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams, Harley Race, Ivy Nile, and Wendy Chu. Astrid herself will be in the game. Last minute standing match.
Yeah, Lauren also is coming in saying Sonata very well may have asked for a Jungle Boy. He's a safe worker and people enjoy him. That's true. That's true. But I mean, when we have the New Japan Heavyweight Champion, don't we want to kind of see him against somebody that's a little bit more upper echelon in the AEW?
I mean, Jungle Boy was in the pseudo main event of the last show, wasn't he? Because the show was main evented, if I remember correctly, by the Anarchy in the Arena match.
Yeah.
But the pseudo main event being the World Championship Fatal 4-Way. I have no desire to see Jungle Boy as a main event star.
Lauren is saying it is a dual main.
Yes.
Or it was a dual main.
And like when WWE tried to sell me that fucking nonsense in Puerto Rico, I tell you again, no. When WWE tried to sell me that it was a triple main event in Puerto Rico, I said no. When AEW tries to tell me they have a double main event on a one-night show, no. If you have 2 nights, you can have a double main event by having a first night main event and a second night main event. Because I can then believe you. But when you tell me you have a one-night show with multiple main events, I laugh at you. Alright, I think this week is booked, so I'm going to confirm. So Mr. Perish, Bischoff has said, "Hey there, Chris. I've been watching the progress of Raw this season. You're putting up a better fight than I expected, but it won't last. Anyway, I expect to be at the top of the podium at the end of the season. Best of luck." I don't know why he sent that to you.
Yeah.
Raquel Rodriguez says, "Something I've been wanting to say for a while, boss. I'm getting a little tired of being the bad girl all the time. I want to hear that crowd cheering for me, not booing me every show. And I know I do a better job in that role. How about it? So, your options are no chance, Raquel. Or alright, Raquel, I'll get you set up to make the switch within the next 3 weeks."
Yeah, let's do that. Let's switch her. So,
Alright, Raquel. You get a moderate increase to Raquel Rodriguez's morale. You got Seth freaking Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion. "Hey, boss, I have a proposition for you. How about you and I have ourselves a little partnership in the next few weeks? You have my back, and I'll have yours." The fans will love it. I'll love it. What else could there be to ask for? So how about it? Book me in a match and be in my corner. You got yourself a partnership? Count me in. I'll book the match with me in your corner within the next 3 weeks. Or as much as I love being out there with the fans, I don't think it's right time to be picking sides. I'm an impartial general manager.
let's work with them. Let's work with Seth freaking Rollins here.
Alright, you got a partnership in the next 3 weeks.
I really want to know how I can get out of this now.
Alright, so you have no outstanding issues with your roster.
I mean, that's nice.
Outstanding. So the only things you have to do is switch Raquel and work with Seth, and those have to be done within the next 3 weeks. Triple H would like you to have an Iron Man match this week, and if you do, he'll give you a To the Moon power card, which you can only use on people with 60 or less popularity, and it'll get 15 plus popularity after the next match.
Well, let's take a travel to the power cards here.
Yeah, so we got a Superstars GM, which is boosting the morale of a specific superstar.
Let's pick up the contract negotiations. Yeah, let's pick up that one. Let's go down. Let's go down for a second. I want to see what I have. Is that it? No,
I'm getting there.
I think so.
I'm just going slowly one by one, so you can.
Yeah, no, I can see it all. What's the good talent again?
So, select an opposing brand. Increase the price of all legends and free agents next week by $20,000.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I don't want to play that. But...
Limited stock doubles the price of power cards. And that's all you got. That's the bottom.
Interesting.
I'm just going to go ahead and book your logistics to max to start, and we can always change them later. So let's start them where we need to. Just to give you a quick overview of your roster, you've got Carmelo Hayes working with The Rock. Those are 2 baby faces. You've got Seth Rollins working with Shawn Michaels. You've got the tag team championships on the line with Carmella and... Sorry. Carmella is in a feud with Roxanne Perez and Asuka, but she's teaming with Bianca Belair and not Rhea Ripley, who is the other half of the women's tag team champions. You've got Edge in a tag team feud with Gunther and JD McDonough. You've got Bret Hart in a feud with Gable. Gunther is still out for another 3 weeks. Bianca Belair is feuding with Asuka, as well as in the tag feud. Damian Priest is feuding with Brock Lesnar. And that's about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go to this book show.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the main event right away. And I'm going to go with an Iron Man match.
Okay. Between?
I'm going to go with The Rock and Carmelo Hayes for the title.
All right. You're still not going to switch anybody heel yet? They are 2 babyfaces currently.
Yeah, let's just go with this for a second.
Okay. Locked in.
And then let's go for that first unbook segment. No. The first the first segment one.
Yeah, the opening segment.
No, not the match one, but yeah. And let's go over to the change. Roll change, and let's switch for Kel.
Okay, do that before we forget.
Yeah, and then let's go to that opener. Mm-hmm. And let's go to the participants for a second. I want to I got Shawn Michaels and Rollins, don't I? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's actually put Bret Hart and Gable in that spot. And then let's go to the match type. And let's put a steel cage in there.
Okay.
And then make that. And then let's go over to my power cards. And then I'm pretty sure I have a real steel.
Play it?
Yeah. And then let's go back to the show. And let's go to the second match. Let's just go a one-on-one here. And let's go with... Now, is that Carmella level 1, I see?
It is a tag team feud.
With Carmella?
Yes.
Okay, so let's make this a tag match then.
Okay.
Let's put Carmella there. It's Rhea.
All right, so you don't want to... Now, Carmella's at 8 stamina.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, do you want to do the feud? Because the feud requires you to use Bianca Belair, who's not one of the women's champions. Or do you want to have Bianca run in and see if that will keep it working? I don't know how that's going to work, to be honest with you.
Well, because the feud is... sorry, I can't really see
Yeah, so this is a wonky one because you kind of threw it together. Yeah. Bianca Belair and Carmella were working together to take on Perez and Asuka.
Well, because Bianca has a feud with Asuka right now, right?
A singles feud, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, let's go... let's take that match without... No, just without Bianca. No, I don't want Bianca in the match. So keep it the way it was. Mm-hmm. And let's just go to the normal one. And then I'm going to use Bianca in that interference role.
Okay. So you're going to use the other 2 from the tag team?
Yeah, and then put some interference in there. And then I want to go onto Asuka.
All right, so that'll probably increase the singles feud.
Yeah, that is fine.
Title match?
Yeah, because if the other, let's go to the other segment,
The promos or the match?
the promo.
All right. First one or the second one?
First one.
Second or third?
First one.
All right.
And let's go into a the one to get the fans here.
So you want a charity promo?
Yeah, and let's put in Eddie. No, let's put The Rock in there.
The Rock is in a match.
Okay, let's put Eddie then. Yeah. And then I want to go to the other one. Yeah. And then I want to do what's that one's advertising?
Yeah, the money, right? Do you want to do another charity
Yeah.
program?
Yeah, let's do another charity. And let's put in how's Brock's stat? No, that's let's put it. Who has my top? Whoever is the top one out of there.
Shawn Michaels.
Let's go, Michaels. Yeah.
All right, so you
and then let's go to my next.
You got a role
match.
change and 2 charities.
Yep. And then let's go to my next match, singles, and then I'm going to go with Priest and Lesnar.
Stipulation?
No, just that.
All right.
And then before we hit anything, let's go to the managed roster. I think and let's just check out who's available here. Now let's you know what? That's actually that's fine. Let's check out the legends for 1 sec. And then
You want Yokozuna?
I do want Yoko.
Do you really?
I do want Yoko.
All right. Sign this down.
And then let's make the show.
That's it?
Yeah, now I just want to see my logistics for 1 sec. What all did he put?
I maxed it out. So, as best as you
Okay.
can have.
Yeah, let's make that. Okay.
I always start with the best, and then I let people decide from there if they want to change them up.
Yeah. We got Throwback coming in saying, "What's good, boys? Yeah, boy, just passing through to say tonight. Keep kicking ass. Possibly going to be moving in the fall, either West Virginia, Florida, or North Carolina. Where would you move to if you could?
California.
Maybe New Orleans, so I can check out some Saints games.
California, not even a question. All right, so we got a steel cage match between Cody Rhodes and Adrian Buck. We got Cody Rhodes picking up the win in a 4-star match, but of course, Cody Rhodes at a 38 stamina, who's pretty much all set, gets a 5-week injury.
Throwback is saying, "Can't hear you that much. Perhaps a private chat look will help that."
All right, so we got Trixie Gambit calling out Xia Li to continue that promo. And we got Elton Prince and Sami Zayn taking on Cactus Jack and Johnny Gargano while Elton Prince awaits the return of Kofi Kingston. And they get another nice win with a 2.5-star match, but the rivalry continues. We got Roman Reigns up in the rivalry with Cactus Jack. The Tribal Chief is here. We got Natalya versus Alba Fire in a 1-week feud. We're hoping to get to go up a little bit more in an Iron Woman match. And we got a 3.5-star match where the rivalry grows from a 2 to a 3. We got Carolina Reaper losing 3 popularity to get up to $17,000. And we got Tiffany Stratton versus Becky Lynch. And of course, Becky Lynch takes the title back and is now hurt for 5 weeks. Because of course she is. Perish wants to try one more time because he really wants to make me irritable.
I just want to play the game.
Well, I can't leave this screen until we decide whether or not you're going to be able to do it or not. So I have to sit here and wait. sounds like you're in.
I'm in.
Leave the screen. So go ahead and hit continue. There you go.
Oh, look at that. See?
Now, if only you could have gotten your computer to do that a half an hour or 45 minutes ago, we would have been.
Hey, trust me. I gave it a weird look. All right, just so we know. All right, in time for the show. How appropriate that is. So we got Bret Hart against Chad Gable in a steel cage match. We're going to simulate
Parrish's
that
computer working on Bret Hart time.
Right? In a classic 4.5-star match. Man, what a decision to put those two together. Mm-hmm. And then we got Raquel becoming a good person. You know, she decided to help an old lady across the street because she was having some trouble. You know, became a good lady. And then we got a good little mid-card match right here, which for whatever reason is not showing up on my computer. That is very weird.
All right, we simulate.
Yeah.
And Roxanne Perez and Asuka are the new champions, and Carmella is hurt for 5 weeks in a 3.5-star match. We got Eddie Guerrero.
Which is exactly what I was kind of hoping was going to happen.
Eddie Guerrero, in a promo that cost you $37.50, got you $37.50 in fans. You can go ahead.
All right, Mike. It's all back now. Yeah, so we got, there we go, just double checking. We got Brock Lesnar against Damian Priest, and we got Brock Lesnar coming out on top here in a mediocre match, but the rivalry grows, which is exactly what I needed it to do. And then we got an excellent promo from Shawn Michaels, getting me 7,500 fans, which is perfect. Now to the main event, we got Carmelo Hayes, the man that don't miss, going up against the People's Champion, The Rock and Iron Man for the United States Championship. Baby on baby, so I'm aware of this. And it's a draw.
It's a draw.
But that's perfect. Baby on baby, it's a draw. So now,
what happens next?
We have, yeah.
We're going to go ahead and just simulate the whole show for Eric Bischoff here. So, Cody Rhodes is out for 5 weeks. Becky Lynch is out for 5 weeks.
Ouch.
Carmella's out for 5 weeks. Nikita Lyons is out for 3 weeks. Top Dollar's out for 5 weeks. The injury bug hit the shows this week. Perish had a better start.
Oh, yeah.
But, and a slightly better first mid-card. But then I had a better second half of my show. In mine followed the drama curve just slightly better than Parish's. But we shall see what the fans have to think. I'm just curious about this. Alright, the tag chemistry here isn't that bad. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So we move on. I gained 48,000 fans.
Safe to say 49,000.
Yeah, 49,000 fans with $61,000. Nothing really great here. It is going to be interesting to see what happens as I try to figure out my show next week.
Yeah.
Perish gets 65,000 fans.
And I made 35.
$35,000.
I'm climbing, man. I'm climbing.
Invincible Critic Mega says that, yo, Raw, you know who deserves a championship on his waist? Brock Lesnar.
Maybe. But, just made. Yeah.
We got Mr. Bischoff in here with 54,000 fans. And another 84,000.
I might pass him.
Nah, Raw has finally got a seasonal legend for completing 5 challenges.
Yeah.
You got your To the Moon card for your thing, and one of your challenges got you a special promotion, one of the best cards in the game. I got a pre-match physio. That would have been great the week before this. That would have been great to have this week.
I mean, I could have used this one. I did. I did.
Well,
I'm not that far behind you.
No. So here's what happened. You passed Eric Bischoff solely because of the fact that you now have 2 Hall of Fame trophies.
Oh, I know. But that's what I was saying, though.
You are still 80,000 fans behind me.
Yeah. But
Pump the brakes, little boy over here.
But given where I was a couple episodes ago, that's a huge climb.
I mean, you've gained about, in the last 6 episodes, I think you've gained about, I don't know, 30,000 fans. All I need to do is find a way to put on a banger of a pay-per-view. My problem is with so many injuries, I don't know how I can put on banger pay-per-views. So that's where I'm stuck with.
So anyway, I'm at with Oscar saying that loser Bianca attacked me during the last fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I want to settle things in the ring with her within the next 3 weeks. And yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got Shawn Michaels. I haven't had any matches in a while, and the fans are starting to forget about me. Don't you have room for me in a match or tonight's card? Sure thing. You've been away for too long. I mean, when Shawn Michaels says he wants to go, you got to let Shawn Michaels go. And then, anyway, so let's get some power cards here. Fixed match. I have one of those. So that's going to be nice, actually. How many weeks do we have till the PLE?
We have this week, next week, and the premium live event.
Okay. So I'm going to use this Health Spell 3 here to why can't I
You can only use it on those people who are listed here.
Yeah, I see that.
Who are you trying to use it on?
I was wondering if I could use it on the people that were hurt, but I guess not.
For that, you need the injury rehab card.
So I'm going to take this time to you know what? Who's the one that's saying that they're not getting anything?
Shawn Michaels, that would be.
No, but Cleverella was complaining that she's not doing much, so we're going to get her there. So I'm going to do, yeah. I mean, you did tweet out time to make him spend some money, right?
I did not, but,
Or who tweeted that out? I thought that was you. Well, you liked it. You liked the tweet, though.
I did.
Yeah, so I'm going to help out on that one. So, and then, yeah, I'm not going to do the, can I use that on anybody? Oh, I can. Trade. There we go. And then, you know what? I think that's good here. I'm going to go now to my what a free agent. Oh, you can get your tag team bonus there.
Yeah. Tony D'Angelo's in there. Kit Wilson's in there.
Yeah. But I'm not going to let that happen because I know how you can get some extra points for the tag teams, right? And so I'm going to prevent that from happening. And then I'm also going to get some Trick Williams here.
There you go.
Now, I wonder if they consider him and Carmelo a tag team.
They have a duo's entrance into the game.
Awesome. So that works out perfect.
Just because they have a duo's entrance does not mean that they're going to have chemistry as a tag team. There are tag teams in the game that don't get the trigger for these people work well together.
Okay, so we're also going to do some... basic. Awesome. Now we're going to book the show, which is going to be nice because we're going to do a role change of Carmelo Hayes.
Is Trick Williams a heel?
Yes. That's why.
I think so.
Well, and since I needed to change one, right?
I mean, I would. You don't necessarily have to. You could have kept going babyface.
No.
But I would have changed one.
Yeah, so we got that. Then we got a nice little. I'm gonna get not a role change, but I am going to get a advertising. You know what? Let's get some fans. Let's get some fans with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and then we're gonna call out. We're gonna go Edge is going to call out Yokozuna.
There we go.
Because why
A
not?
match nobody ever wanted to see. Yokozuna versus Edge.
You wouldn't watch that match?
No, not really.
Oh my god, that would be an awesome match. All right, so we have here. And we got a double champion in Roxanne Perez too, by the way.
You do.
And because these guys put on a great match, I'm gonna give them another one. And then what was my thing?
Schedule run in on one of your champions this week.
Oh, that's easy.
Remember, your Seth Rollins thing doesn't count for that.
No, I know.
Okay.
But I do have this as a thing. So that's going to be so let's make that a
I would leave it as a singles and go ahead and run it for Seth to get that accomplishment done, so you don't have to do it next week.
Actually, there we go. I'm gonna actually leave it for a second. Where is my thing now? I can't. No. There we go. I guess I gotta hit normal. But I do want this to be a title match because it will. Why is? Yeah, cool. Okay, and then I am going to put in a Bianca versus Asuka match. And then now I'm going to do Bianca or Rhea versus Raquel. But I'm going to make this opener a submissions match.
You're going to blow off the rivalry already?
Oh, that's what it does, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it does. Yeah. Good call. See, you shouldn't have said nothing.
I play fair.
That's fair. That is fair. Thank you, by the way. Let's give them a tables match. And now, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put...
No, but you promised Sean in-ring action this week.
Yes, I know. I'm changing on the fly. Oh, Sean's a champion. I forgot that he was a champion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Shawn Michaels in there then. Where the hell is Shawn? There we go. And then I'm going to put him in the ring with Lesnar for the title.
Not bad.
And then I'm going to have Seth Rollins interfering. So I got that, and then I think, yeah. I mean, I meet my goal. Now I have, yep, awesome. So I'm going to confirm that booking.
There we go.
Cool.
We got Gigi Dolan coming in, basically asking for the same thing that Seth asked you about. I'm
You
gonna
know,
go ahead and say, yeah, that's fine.
you know what's funny about that is every time I've used her in my personal game, she has asked me the same thing in every season.
Well, Jey Uso wants to talk about something. Oh, Jey Uso wants to become a good guy. Fine, Jey. I'll do that. That means
It's
I
too
have to
bad.
turn two people.
It's too bad you can't turn a tag team as a tag team.
Yeah, it would be great. Alright. I need a top level female star. Which means you need to work with. Alright, Kofi's back. Tiffany is a specialist, but I can't do that. Charlotte will be back next week. Zion needs 1 more week of rest. Cody's out 5 weeks. Alright, so male specialist, female specialist, and where's Becky? There's Becky, specialist. So everybody was a specialist. That's delightful. Oh, that's not. Alright, well, special promotion. Always nag those when you see them. Oh, no. Legends. Cruiser. We got Harley Race in here.
Now, is there a legend or maybe even someone that you wish were in the game that isn't? But actually, let's just stay with legends right now because legends is kind of the fun one.
Legends who aren't in the game who I wish would be. No, because I think they've pretty much had everybody in the games over the last few years. There's nobody I can think of where I'm like, oh, I need to have this person. Dusty might be nice, but that's about it.
I was gonna say I'm actually surprised since they actually own the rights to it. I'm surprised Dusty and then also Goldust is not in the game.
Well, Goldust, because of the fact that I'm sure Dustin, they don't want to have Dustin Reynolds an AEW star if they can help it.
No, but I do think I think it would be a little bit more understanding.
Maybe.
I mean, in all honesty, they have Bret Hart, and the Hart name is being talked on AEW a lot of times as well.
Well, yeah, it's because they've
Yeah.
weaseled their way into the Owen Hart Foundation, which is fantastic. And I'm glad Owen's getting the respect that he deserves. I just wish it were on a brand and a talent that, I don't know.
It's just weird. It's just weird to me to see the Owen Hart name that's not associated with WWE. And I get the politics. I get the understanding of why the family doesn't, or at least Martha doesn't want to work with WWE. But just from a fan perspective, it's very weird to see Owen Hart being in some other promotion that's not the one that kind of made him a superstar.
Yeah, no, it's incredibly weird. But it's the way things are. Alright, I need to... Oh, that's not going to work. Alright, advertising promo.
I am gonna say if Doink is in this game, I kind of wish they would have put Dink in there as a manager.
I
That
had
would
a
have been
feeling you were going to say that, to be
that would
honest.
have been so cool just to see though.
Alright, let's do the double flip. Let's roll change. Jey Uso. Let's roll change. Jimmy Uso. Gonna have to find some cash. There, I found some cash. Oh boy. Tony D'Angelo and Kevin Owens for the United States, for the North American Championship, and Brie Bella versus Gigi Dolan.
Now that's a match I don't think anybody wants to see.
I don't want to see it either, but When you're caught between a rock and a hard place.
That's true. That is very true.
Alright. Alright, so this is gonna bang. This will definitely not. This might be alright. This will be better. Double roll change. I'm getting some money, so I can't afford anything else. Alright. I need a couple more Iron Man matches. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I really got to start looking at that.
You're gonna confirm the booking. Alright, so Cactus Jack takes on Roman Reigns in the opening match. Cactus Jack gets a big win in a 3.5-star match, and the rivalry grows to level 3. Fantastic. Carolina Reaper drops 1 popularity to give me $17,000. So thank you, Carolina Reaper. We got Tony D'Angelo making his NXT debut, taking on Kevin Owens, and boom, right in the title picture, because I need a little bit of bump and some popularity here. Kevin Owens gets a big win.
Now that is a match I'd like to see.
I'd love to see Tony and Kevin Owens once Tony D'Angelo gets out of prison. Kayfabe. Did you know that today on Twitter, Tony D'Angelo has requested to meet with Dominic Mysterio?
That's exactly what I was about to say. It would have been great if there's a segment where we saw Tony D'Angelo in jail and one of his cellmates was talking to him about Dominic Mysterio. Like that, just that correlation there would have been fantastic.
Yeah, Dominic tweeted it last night during the show, right after the segment with Stax. We have a 4.5-star classic
between
Kofi Kingston and Elton Prince to go ahead and cut off that rivalry.
I'm surprised you didn't want to wait till the PLE.
No, I wanted to get this done and over with before anything bad happened, so I just went ahead and took care of it.
Dear Lord.
Did you disconnect from the game?
I didn't even touch my computer and it disconnected from the game.
Oh.
That was very strange. But I'm going to try to get back in it.
All right. While Perish tries to get back in, we got Bret the Hitman Hart versus Chad Gable. We're going to go ahead and simulate.
Yeah, you might have to send me another request. That was very weird. I'm not even touching anything.
No, that one's fine. Invite friend.
Apparently there is ghosts in my house. So when there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you going to call?
Certainly not Chris Perish.
No, definitely not. Please. But yeah.
I'll call Bobby Munson. Or maybe Luke Owen. For anybody who likes Wrestle Talk. 3.5-star classic.
I am back in.
All right, go ahead.
So yeah, no, that's great. 3.5. That's a good little opener there. We got a roll change for Carmelo. It's okay, but he's a bad guy, and that's all I needed. So then we go to Bianca and Asuka going up in a match. Kind of a little.
Asuka requested it after last week.
Yeah, there we go. And then Bianca getting that dub. And then I have no idea what's going on. I actually really do think this storm is affecting my connection right now.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take over for you then. We got The Rock.
Yeah.
He cuts an excellent promo to gain you 7,500 fans for his charity promo.
Very consistent with that 7,500.
Yeah, we got the mid-card match between Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley, the 4Rs. We go ahead and simulate, and we got Raquel Rodriguez coming out on top in a disappointing match.
But a rivalry.
But a new rivalry.
Solid.
Speaking of new rivalries, boom! Edge cuts an excellent promo on the Samoan Japanese savage that was known as Yokozuna. And in our main event, we got Brock Lesnar versus Shawn Michaels, with Seth freaking Rollins making a run-in on Shawn Michaels. And we have Brock Lesnar winning the match and potentially becoming the new champion, as the rivalry between Rollins and Michaels extends to a level 4 rivalry.
Yeah.
To give Paris some time to go ahead and get back in, we got Eric Bischoff starting off with Logan Paul versus Elias.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this is like going to kick me out without me touching nothing.
Eric Bischoff doing what I was planning on doing, which is running a bunch of charity promos this week.
So let's I know you're gonna hate me for this.
Yeah, I'll send you another invite.
But hey, this time I'm actually not doing anything.
Yeah. Much like in the game, you don't do anything.
Hey, I'm creeping up.
Yeah, so you say.
I'm really one PLE away from overtaking you on the fans.
That's what you think. Alright, Stone Cold and Tyler Bate win the main event. But Ted DiBiase is now injured for 3 weeks while Stone Cold is also injured. That's going to hurt his main event.
Yeah.
However, I managed to go unscathed this week somehow. Thank God.
Yeah. Now you had that
Perish-
main event that really helped you.
Yeah, I had a really great main event on a somewhat subpar show the rest of the way. But, I mean, my show and your show weren't that drastically different.
No.
We had the same in the opener and the mid card. The second mid card I was slightly better, and then I had the star better
Yep.
in the finish out the show.
But I do get that feud going, which is really the main thing.
Beautiful Machine says that if you ask me, OLED is playing with fire. Not only not the smartest move to interfere in a match and pick your favorites on your own team.
Shy of 82,000. We got Melball Collins coming in saying, "Gentlemen,"
Hello,
which is
Melball.
It's almost her trademark now.
It is her trademark response. As I drop my controller here.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
That's good. 'Cause, I mean, I'm in the game now, so it's.
So we got Red Slinger JP. No, I have no idea what happened on your show because you blew right through it.
I don't know, but can we not go back?
We can. Stop touching buttons.
Now I got a thing on mine.
Right,
not
so
touching anything.
You got $95,000 and you gained 48,000 fans.
Yeah, we're just going to continue on yours because this will boot. Oh no, there we go. We are good. I'm sorry. What did I get again?
48,000 fans and $95,000.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Eric Bischoff still with some mysterious power over the money here. He's going ahead and bringing in 88,000 money and 52,000 fans. So
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff has another really great week. Chris Perish picks up a pre-match physio.
There we go.
That's it for the power cards this week. I am still in the lead with 2183. Meanwhile, Chris Perish is at 2103.
Mm-hmm.
So 80,000 fans behind. Eric Bischoff is creeping closer and closer to me with the 21,069. However, I have, like Perish, the 2 Hall of Fame trophies, which puts us ahead of Mr. Bischoff. I am also very low on funds this week now because I had to sign a bunch of talent last week to fill some gaps with some missing superstars. And
Mel saying it's because I'm a lady. And speaking of that, another lady, good old friend Astrid Pizzano.
My tag team partner. Yeah. Queen Astrid has arrived. Triple H says, due to the high demand, power cards are going to be more expensive this week. I
thought I played that on Bischoff.
Nope, you played it on me.
Weird. My thing gave me a Bischoff screen.
Yeah. Gigi Dolan says, good that I can trust you to keep your word. That's important to me. Meanwhile, Brie Bella is also coming in, probably to yell at me. I guess the joke's on me here. I thought we're all working together to beat Raw. Well, that's not how, we don't have to work that hard to do that. It's fine. But after seeing you show up and interfere with my match, I guess I was wrong. Well, Brie, you're only here for 5 weeks to fill in a gap until Becky Lynch comes back.
We got Bobby Munson coming in saying hello all. He's editing and checking it out.
Oh God! So I got another Vito Star out here potentially available for $100,000.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a lot.
That might have been a great call out. No.
All right. First, we're gonna go ahead and book all my logistics, get that stuff all set up and right. We look here to see who's available. Nobody's jumping out at me as must have.
Queen Bia.
Quinn B.
I mean,
Maybe next season. It's a little late to get her going.
I'm shocked that they went BEA for the name and just not BEE.
It's like Quinbay.
Yeah.
Like Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I get it.
I could bring Bad Bunny back.
And Andre.
And Andre. Or I can get the best in the world, Shane McMahon. I know Bobby would love to see Shane McMahon on my show.
Oh, imagine if I bought Umaga and I did a trick mellow with Umaga and The Rock feud.
Do that.
That's a match I'd love to see.
Alright, now that Xia Li is back after her 2 weeks off, we're going to go ahead and throw her in a match with Trixie Gambit. We're going to go ahead and get Carolina Reaper started in a feud with... Oh, those are both heels. With Zoe Stark. That sounds like a good idea.
I mean...
Triple H wants me to have one backstage brawl this week? Really, Triple H? I've got $200,000. You want me to have a $90,000 match? Really?
I mean, it doesn't seem like he cares about the situation we're in when we're booking a show.
He does not, and it's a little unfortunate because it makes me feel bad that he doesn't care.
Right? I mean, all we want is a little TLC from the game. So and Triple H as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in Dewdrop and JC Jane into this Nikki Bella.
Bobby here is saying nice things about your world. So your best in the world thing. Just giving you a shout out on that.
I greatly appreciate it, Bobby. I probably would have responded quicker, Bobby, had I been able to see. Because unfortunately, when I'm streaming the game, I am unable to see chat.
Yeah.
So I decided I wanted to start defending these tag team titles, and I have an idea.
Ooh.
And I want to put them up against...
You really wish I didn't get Kit Wilson now, did you?
No, it's fine. I mean, it would have been nice. However, I do have Tony D'Angelo and Finn Balor right here. Actually. Do I want to do that? Yeah. Alright, where is he? Tony D. There's Tony D. Those tag team titles on the line. And since everybody's looking good, we're going to go big and pop that inside of a steel cage to main event my show. We'll swap you two ladies around. So
is it safe to say you're just thinking about money at this point in terms?
I'm saving a little bit of money. I'm trying to squeeze through. Like I said, I have an 80,000 lead. So right now, it's just getting to the end of the season. Trying to crawl my way to the end of the season.
But Mel coming in with a very serious question. Is it Shorts Balor?
No. My Balor is always Brees Balor. It's always Big Dick Balor.
That's I think what she's saying. Brees and the shorts are the same thing.
Yeah,
Trunks is the proper name.
But
not the long pants.
We're not having Finn in the long pants. No.
Yeah.
We got Big Dick Balor. We want to make sure that the ladies can see all that's on offer from Finn Balor. That's the way you do it with Finn.
But speaking of somebody you want to see, we got the Canada dude coming in. My guys, how you doing, Andre?
All right.
Yay.
I am booked. So, Mr. Perish, it is up to you now.
Mel's happy about the Finn Balor situation. We got Oscar coming in saying thanks for the rematch against Belair, which means she's just probably going to be happy. That didn't go the way it should have, but I appreciate the opportunity. Glad I joined Raw. It's going well at the moment. Chad Gable said, hey, Perish, you've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. Well, then do more. I'm ready to run a main event match, and I know the fans will be excited for it. That would mean a lot to me and for my career. What do you say? I'm like, that seems reasonable, Chad.
I mean, they've been putting on 3.5-star matches. I think you can slot that in your main event
I think
at some point.
Triple H does not want me to book my most popular cruiser this week, so that is going to be a good little situation.
One of my favorite power cards is vastly underrated over there. That fixed match.
I do have one, though.
No, I know. I always like to grab it when I see it, when I have the money for it.
because you never know when you're going to need it, and it's always nice to have when you want to change some plans and do something different.
I am gonna grab a pre-match physio though.
There you go. That'll
That's
make you two
yeah.
true pre-match physios for you.
But I'm going to do my logistics because that just seems like a very smart idea. Canada Dude just saying I just recorded a solo show talking about the AJPW, Noah, and New Japan Pro Wrestling all together again show. That's
Nice.
awesome, man. And congrats for you doing a solo show. Those are not easy. So
No.
can't wait to see that. I've been learning a little bit more about New Japan through you and Mel. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you for that. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, Andre and Melball are my go-tos whenever anything New Japan or Stardom happens. I bother Melball at least once a week with some kind of a gif from New Japan of one of the ladies doing something. And she's always kind enough to explain to me what's going on and what I'm not understanding or missing from this, and tell me who's in it and what they're up to.
So I'm asked to not book Carmelo Hayes. Now, what I want to see is that in a match.
You don't book them at all.
Just at
so
all.
Like,
okay.
So like you can, The Rock can call him out, but you can't have him do anything on this show.
That is okay. That is okay. I got Bret Hart and Chad Gable going up.
Remember, we are hitting the PLE next week. So this is your go-home show.
Actually, I'm going to do a tag match. I'm going to do a nice little tag match here. And I'm going to make it anything that gets me the fans. You know what?
Not in tag teams.
No. So I'm going to do Chad Gable. I'm going to go Bret Hart and Edge against Chad Gable and Yokozuna.
There you go.
Ooh, there we go. I'm liking that one. Where is my Yoko? There you go, buddy.
Trick Williams still sitting on the bench. She ain't done nothing with it.
And just because I don't have anything special in this, I'm going to make it a tag title match just to give me a little bit of...
Hey, it's 19 weeks and Chris Perish finally decides to use his Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
19 weeks.
Then for my opener match, totally forgot Brock Lesnar is the new champion. I'm going to get... No, I'm going to get... What am I going to do here? I'm going to go... No. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting one. Actually, you know what? I might do a double tag. And I'm going to do a TLC.
You can always drop Fatal 4-Ways if you want to just kind of put people together without
No,
tags.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Roxanne and Asuka versus Bianca and who else do I have? Absolutely no one. So yeah, we're gonna just have a triple threat women's match here. So triple threat.
Remember, everybody, Chris Perish books in pen. It's erasable pen, but it's still pen.
We're gonna keep this a TLC because why not? So we're gonna go Roxanne Perez. We're gonna go some Asuka, and then we're gonna go Bianca Belair. We're gonna make that a championship match because why not? And then I want to get. What do I want to do here? I want to get Randy Orton in a program with hit Wilson. Let's see what they got.
There you go.
And then in the middle of the card, we just got a world title match because why not?
Just throwing a banger of a world title match, just all willy nilly. The friend in me wants that to not hurt you. The competitor in me really wants that to bite you in the ass.
Kennedy's saying it'll be interesting to hear me talk for 40 minutes alone. And then Kennedy's saying Raw versus SmackDown. No, this is WWE 2K23, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was kind of in the middle of the.
I was saying that the friend of yours and me, like the little friendship banter, wants me to make sure that hopefully that booking decision of just dropping a world championship match as a mid-card match doesn't hurt you. On the other side, the competitor in me really wants it to fuck with your drama curve and screw up your whole show.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We got Gunther coming off.
Yeah, right in time for the pay-per-view next week. That's great. Did you finish off that story with Edge, I believe? Who is he in a feud with?
Gunther? I don't think he's in one right now.
No, you can just manage
Actually,
roster.
no, I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go manage roster.
Oh, he's out of a feud. Okay, bingo.
Yeah, he just finished a feud and then got hurt while that one completed. So it was almost perfect timing.
It was.
When you actually think about it. So
now you're gonna take a look at any more power cards to potentially play heading into the PLE tomorrow? Well, for the next show?
No, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I promised.
Yeah, you gotta promise you gotta work with Seth this week.
Yeah, I do. So that, see, I told you I gotta look at this stuff once in a while. So let's actually, okay. Okay, so what do I got? I got promise and chat, and then chat here. So I got. Okay.
Yeah, you're not the only other one that you can possibly earn is if you win the season. Remember, you can't interfere in a tag match. I don't believe.
Yeah, I can.
GM interference. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I got Damian Priest. I'm gonna put him with. I guess I got to take out Sean here to. So it'll be Damian Priest against the Showstopper against Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. And now
you interfere with Seth Rollins, so that picture needs to be Seth Rollins.
Thank you. I always forget that.
That's why I'm here.
I guess too. I can just look at. Oh no, the commissioner goals are already met. So, yeah, then we're just gonna do a little bit of a charity because we need a.
Well, you know who's got a charity? The Rock.
The Rock's already in one.
Okay. Now, not that I'm trying to tell you what to do. If this were me, and I had The Rock on my roster and I couldn't book Carmelo Hayes, and I want to call that feud quits at the end of the PLE, I might be booking a call-out promo for The Rock this week.
Perhaps.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying we've got the PLE next week.
Yeah, because that's only advertising, right? That's going to do the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need the money.
But like I said, the only reason why you do this is if you're looking to blow off the feud at the pay-per-view.
That actually cost me less money, so.
It does.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty, here we go. My show. I've got Trixie Gambit taking on Xia Li after Xia Li's had a couple weeks off to rehab. Xia Li comes back refreshed with a big win in a 3-star match, moving that rivalry up to level 3, which means I can blow it off at the pay-per-view. We got Kevin Owens calling out Tony D'Angelo, and the rivalry grows on an excellent promo from Kevin Owens. We got Brie Bella versus Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane versus Doudrop in a fatal 4-way match. Got a bunch of women on the card, try to boost some rivalries. We got Brie Bella picking up the win in a mediocre match. It's 2 stars. But the rivalry grows between Brie Bella and Gigi Dolan. Kofi Kingston comes out and talks to the good people and gets me 4,500 fans. Thank you, Kofi Kingston. We got Carolina Reaper and Zoe Stark. Starting a little rivalry here, hopefully. It's a disappointing match, but it is a feud, which is all I needed. We got Cactus Jack coming out, getting me another 4,500 fans. Thank you, Cactus. That's 9,000 for me on the charity promos this week. Pretty good. And then we got my tag team championship main event, where Big Dick Balor and Tony D'Angelo going ahead and taking on the Usos, the recently flipped to the babyface Usos. And the Usos come out and put on a great match, 3.5 stars. No rivalry, but big match.
All right.
I'll take it.
And then in mine, we got an opener of a TLC triple threat for the Raw Women's title. We got Roxanne Perez versus Asuka versus Bianca Belair. And we got Bianca becoming the new champion. I'm not going to lie, this is really what I was hoping it was going to do.
4.5 stars. Holy cow.
Yeah. And then we got 67.50 from Riddle. Bro. Thank you. And then we got Randy Orton against Kit Wilson. We'll see what happens here. We got Kit Wilson fanging the Viper in a disappointing match, but a new rivalry.
There you go.
Interesting. We got Eddie Guerrero coming in, 45,000 fans. Perfect. So that means I'm a little up on you on the promos here for the fans.
How much did Riddle bring in?
67.50.
Okay.
So I'm just over 11 now. Is that I think it's like 11.250.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, then we got a mid-card tag match: Shawn and Damien against Brock and Rollins. Brock and Rollins win with the 2.5. It's okay, but that's fine. I'm just making Seth happy here. We got a rivalry that grows between The Rock and my U.S. champion Carmelo Hayes. Main event tag team title match. We got Edge and Bret Hitman Hart going up against the newly formed tag team in Chad Gable and Yokozuna. And we got Edge and Bret becoming the new tag team champions with the rivalry going to level 2 automatically.
Yes, that nice little kick-up mechanic for the...
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and just simulate straight through Eric Bischoff's show here in a second. John Cena gets a big win. Tyler Bate brings in 6,000 fans. So here we go. We got some feuds everywhere except in the main event, which is fine. For Perish, we got level 4, level 1, nothing, level 2. Perish had a nice big week here a little bit with a 4.5 star opener. So, but the week belongs to Mr. Eric Bischoff, it looks like, I think.
Yeah, I would say.
Ooh, tag chemistry in this match was off the charts. Very nice. Good to know. Finn Balor and Tony D'Angelo look really well as a team.
So you get just shy of 50,000 fans, and you make just under $36,000. So it gets you some money. You get, and then I get just under 61,000 fans, and I make just under $71,000.
Rollins and Lesnar work really well together as a team, and Bianca is perfect for TLC matches. Put her in another one.
Good to know. Well, I mean, I think we might just have to.
And we got Eric Bischoff doing Eric Bischoff things.
He doesn't get a lot of fans, but he does get a lot of money, though. 48,000 fans and just $72,500. I got another Coast to Coast, which I can't really stand.
And there we are. At the end of this episode, we are looking at me at 22.33, Perish at 21.64, and Eric Bischoff at 22.17.
I you know what? I consider that a success.
And next Wednesday night, we will be doing Hell.
Right. Do you want me to just go through this right away?
Yeah, you can go through your.
All right, we got Shawn Michaels saying, "Hey, my contract's coming up, but I think I got a yeah, there we go. Got authorization to extend your contract. So HBK, you are going nowhere,
brother."
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Clay
hey,
Courtman wants his money. You gonna pay the Courtman? Oh nope. He's not even giving the option. He's just like, fuck it, I'm out.
It's fine. I wasn't gonna pay him anyway. Damon Priest. I guess the joke's on me here. Thought we were working together to beat WCW, but after seeing you show up to interfere in my match, I guess I was wrong. Yeah. Then Seth, hey, I appreciate you carrying through on your promise. You got it. You proved yourself to me earlier, and you gave me that loyalty. It's great working with you. So Seth is happy.
Seth is happy. And that, my friends, is GM mode for this week.
Yeah.
Now, GM mode is obviously going to be it's going to be in a little bit of flux over the next couple weeks, as if that Canada dude is still here, that wonderful friend of mine, me and Andre are going to be doing our weekly reviews of Secret Invasion. It starts next Wednesday. You'll be seeing those, I believe, are going to be YouTube exclusives, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Me and Andre are nailing down those things, but you can definitely look forward to seeing that this upcoming Wednesday at some point in the day. Between me and Andre, as we talk all things Secret Invasion. But Perish, where can the good people find you this week?
Well, I mean, you can find me on all my social platforms, as we'll get that up in just 1 second here. And then we got those right there. Yeah, we got the Twitter at Christoph Perish, the Twitter at Chris Perish, Instagram Christoph Perish, the Twitch at Chris Perish, or the Chris Perish, YouTube at Chris Perish, and you can actually follow me on Kick at kick.com/Chris Perish. Ed, where can everyone find you?
Well, before we talk about where the good people can find me, do you want to go ahead? I know we're in the wrong system. Do you want me to go ahead and change it over so we can tell the people who's going to be on Busting Out this week?
You know what? You go right ahead right now, and then I'll get it set up.
All right.
And if you want to, maybe just take your time.
Well, in that case...
Yeah.
No, you can find me on Twitter at edfries12584. You can find me on my personal Twitch at edfries2002, where I stream Marvel Snap most weeks. We're going to be doing a little bit of Conquest mode on my main account tomorrow night. But this weekend, probably on Friday for a little bit, maybe 2 hours or so, depending on what decision I make with my work hours, I have been able to get into the beta for DC Dual Force. DC Dual Force is a card-based combat game for the DC universe. That's Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, all those wonderful people, Harley Quinn and the Joker. I'm super excited for that, so you'll be able to catch me streaming that this Friday and Saturday afternoons. Saturday afternoons I'll be streaming for probably a whole 4-hour block. Because as a beta, it only is available for certain time frames when the servers are up. So hopefully you can catch me for that. You can also catch me every Tuesday with my tag team partner, the Astrid Bizarro, at Twitter at Astrid Bizarro, at her Instagram at Astrid Bizarro20, and on her Twitch at Astrid Bizarro. But if we're talking about my favorite friend Astrid, we do have to say at the end of the month, she is going to be doing a wonderful thing where she has been invited to be on a panel, The Women of Color in Professional Wrestling Behind the Magic. It's a panel with the people from Women's Wrestling Talk. So please, if you're in the Florida area, go ahead and give her support at Florida SuperCon, where she's going to be doing her first panel. She's very excited and very nervous, and it would be nice to see some smiling faces that she knows there cheering her on.
That is right. And if you're wondering what shows I'll be on this week, well, I got one last one remaining, as I had a pretty busy week, the Raw Watch Along Monday. We had Busting Out with Short Sleeve Samson on Sunday. And then was on Turnbuckle Talk yesterday. Now doing WrestleDraft. It's actually, quite a busy week for me, 4 days in a row. But you can catch me on this Sunday at Busting Out, 43 episodes in, and just want to take that time to say thank you to everyone who checks it out. But we're not done with the guests. In fact, we actually have our biggest one to date. That is the number one contender to the MLW Heavyweight Championship. And let me just show you who it is.
And I can see you getting out and shaking your body. Welcome to the party where the knots hang. It's just the right thing.
Yes, the one and only, the leader of the Bomaye Fight Club, Alex Kane himself, the winner of the Battle Riot this year, the winner of the 40-man Battle Riot, the number one contender to Alex Hammerstone, the man who's going to dethrone Alex Hammerstone at Never Say Never, which our man Bobby Munson and the Papa Smokes, with the smoothest voice in all of professional wrestling, is going to go ahead and cover that. Yes, the Papa Smokes shirt right there. They're going to be covering that with a live watch-along in a couple weeks, so make sure you go ahead and check them out with that. They'll also be live tomorrow night, Ring Respect Radio / MLW Watch Along, as they watch along with the latest episode of MLW's Fusion.
That is right. Also, I want to add one thing too. If ever anybody's interested in watching Money in the Bank, what I'm going to do this time on July 1st is I'm going to put together a live watch along on my Twitch, the Chris Perish Twitch. So if you want in on that, just give me a shout out. You can DM me on all my outlets. And just letting everyone know that on OLE, we are going to be rating out, and we're going to rate out to a fellow Canadian who's playing WWE 2K23, and that is one who just got new gear made. That is the Sweets. That is Tyler Breeze. So in just momentarily, you're going to be rated to his channel. Make sure that you give him the love and support the OLE way. Introduce yourself and get to know a little Tyler Breeze.
But until then, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.